Hey everyone who has connected online, so you're able to see my screen and able to hear me. And myself, I'm Harsha, and I'm here. You're a Pega trainer at Harsha Trainings. I have been working with Harsha Trainings since past 12 years, and being a Pega trainer, I'd be delivering the training with real-time hands-on, and also covering 2 real-time projects. Okay, so that is what we are going to mainly see. And here you are today just to understand about what is Pega and usually where do we use Pega and what is its purpose. I'm going to give you the clear idea about why do we need Pega and what is its actual purpose in the real world. So like this, proper details I'm going to provide you. Okay, let's get on to the demo session straight away. And anytime if you have any questions, you can ask me the questions by posting in the comment section. Or usually after every slide or any topic that is being completed here, I'll come back to you and cross check with you whether you are following, you're able to understand or not. So like this, I'm going to cover. Like this, I'm going to cross check with you. And before we proceed forward, looking at the demo, and here I wanted to tell you one thing, that is, see, we are going to get the answer for these 4 questions today. That is, what is BPM? What is its use? What is Pega? What is its use? And the next one is why Pega is called as BPM tool. Why Pega is called as BPM tool. And this is the next question. And after this, you will be getting some details about architecture of Pega. Okay. See, the PPT that I have here, which explains the details about BPM and Pega, it has 14 slides. See, in order to finish this entire thing with a clear-cut explanation, it will take around 1 hour 20 minutes. Okay, so your session may take around 1 hour 20 minutes from now onwards to finish explaining about everything in detail. And after this session is been completed, if anyone is going to ask you what is BPM and what is the use of BPM and what is Pega and its use, why we call Pega as BPM tool and architecture of Pega, all of you definitely would be able to give them a clear idea and details about all these questions. You'll be able to respond to say the information about BPM, Pega, and the architecture of Pega. Okay, and before we proceed forward to look into this PPT, let me tell you, BPM is used to develop business applications. Develop business applications. See, I will tell you later point of time what specific types of applications that we can develop. That will be covered later. That is not the question now. The question is why we need BPM. If you want to develop business applications, you would be using BPM tool. Okay, that is the point. So first of all, why do we need to discuss about BPM when you go with Pega? And what is the use of Pega? Again, same. If I say BPM is used to develop business applications and Pega is also used to develop business applications. Just for our better understanding, okay, just for our better understanding, I'm going to tell you an example that what are the business applications that we can develop. I'll tell you an example, like you have Paytm application, or you have Phone Pay, Google Pay applications, and we have travel ticket booking applications, hotel booking applications, and even you can even consider Amazon application, Flipkart application, Walmart online application. Like this, the applications that you come across in your day-to-day life, okay, but not the social media applications and all, but generally, usually, regularly, the applications that we access, mainly you can say travel ticket booking or movie tickets booking or maybe hotel booking. Like these applications we can develop by using Pega, but there are specific business applications that we really go for using Pega, but that one I'll tell you later, because at the high level you will be able to understand better when you are going to give an example with what you see in your day-to-day life. So it is possible that you can develop this type of applications. Okay, so using BPM we go for application development, and similarly using Pega also you go for application development. See, if you are learning Pega, so after you learn Pega you are going to be an application developer. So your role will be developer. So where you are going to work on application development. Okay, if you are an application development, usually people think like, okay, if it is development, maybe I have to be expert at the coding and all. See, when I say application development using Pega, Pega is going to be a no coding tool. What is it? No coding tool means there is no need to write any code. See here, one more point. When I say there is no need to write code doesn't mean I'll come back to your questions later. Please do not post any questions. Let me clarify one thing. Throughout this demo session, if you are going to ask me any question, the question should be related only to the topic that we are discussing. No deviation questions in between. Do not ask me anything like what are the job opportunities, what certifications. I will cover all of your questions, but it will take time. Okay, so first thing is, while going through this PPT, if you have any questions, you should ask me the questions only the related to the topic that I am discussing. Okay, so if I am explaining the first slide of PPT and if I explain this part, I'll come back to you and cross check with you. Do you have any questions on this? Only questions related to this you should ask me. Okay, don't go for any deviation questions, but remember one thing, all of your queries will be sorted out for sure. If not in this demo session today itself, I will give you my personal phone number as well. You can call me and you can personally ask me. And when I say no coding tool, coming back to this one, no coding, when I say coding doesn't mean only business logic. Many people think like coding means business logic. No, it is not only business logic. HTML means user interface related HTML coding and business logic and database queries. So when I say coding, a developer who is going to work on Pega tool in application development, there is no need to write code. When I say there is no need to write code, coding related to HTML, coding related to business logic, coding related to database queries and all. You need not to be expert in understanding or writing the HTML line code. You need not to be an expert of understanding or writing the business logic code, and you never need to be an expert in understanding or writing the SQL programs, maybe queries or SQL programs, anything. So a developer without being an expert knowledge or without even having a basic knowledge about all these three should be able to work on application development. So while we are going through our regular sessions, how we are going to start working on the things UI. So everything that you are going to develop by using Pega is no coding. So at the time while we are going with our sessions, I'll give you basic details about all of these three. So that would be fair enough. So if you are from any background without any technical expertise and all, you should be able to learn Pega starting from zero. So we have students who had learned Pega who are from the background of pharmaceutical, medical, and even from business, MBA, like this. They were able to learn Pega, and today they are working in IT industry on Pega projects, and their salaries are good compared to anyone else in the market. And now coming to Pega, so I told you that Pega is used for application development. Okay, you're going to use it for application development. And many of you, when you start inquiring about Pega, you might have heard about that Pega is a BPM tool. You might have come across with different terminology, like the terminology like Pega PRPC, okay, Pega BPM, like this. So all of these three different terminology will be sorted out today with a clear-cut understanding. Okay, and throughout this demo session, all of you should be imagining yourself like a developer as well as end user. So at what point in time you have to imagine as a developer, or at what point in time you have to imagine yourself as end user. So these both things I will tell you clearly while we come across the respective topic. So everyone clear so far? Every one of you, are you clear? We are good to start. Everyone, you can unmute and respond, or you can reply on the chatting window. Maybe probably people who have connected from the phone, there may not be any such option. Yes, right? Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead now and we start. So keep this point in mind throughout the demo. BPM is used for application development. I have told you an example like Paytm application or booking application, anything. And Pega is also for application development. Why Pega is called as BPM? And first of all, what is BPM? And what are you going to do when you are going to learn Pega tool? See, if you are going to work on application development, see, always you would be creating all your business application in order to process your business transaction. Let's say my business is finance. I have a financial institution where we will be lending loans to the customers. We'll be giving loans to the customers. So it used to be a manual work, okay, but we wanted to digitalize our business. In order to digitalize your business, you are going to create business applications using some technology where the tasks that you are manually doing will be processed through your business application. See, every task that you are doing, every work that you are doing, suppose if it is a financial institution where you are giving loans to the customers, starting from collecting documents and details, reviewing, approving and processing, and even taking it for the financial department, collecting the what is that fees amount, processing fees amount, and dispersing the loan amount, and calculating EMI, all these things, sending notifications, all these things now you have to do by using a digital application. So this is the kind of processing, one entire work process you are going to design and develop by using a software application. Whatever that we were doing as a manual task, maybe 50 years back, 100 years back, so today we are using technology, the same we are replicating, that's it. But the things are being simplified and you got a comfort level where you can do the things without spending too much time. But ultimately, the business applications that we are going to create, we would be creating the application and we would be designing our business work process. Whatever the work that we do in our business, that we are going to design using your business application. It is not only Pega. It may be Salesforce, it may be Java, it may be .NET, any technologies you take where you are creating your business applications for your business process, definitely you would be creating a transaction model from beginning to ending. Okay, except social media application is different. Okay, so that is a kind of collaboration. Okay, and now coming to this BPM. So BPM stands for Business Process Management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction. So the definition of BPM is, BPM stands for Business Process Management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction in a business application. I already told you, BPM is used to develop business applications. Business applications you create in order to design the processing of your work. Work means, in the other terminology, you call it as transaction. Let's look at this definition in detail. So what is meant by a transaction? Suppose you go to ATM and you are going to withdraw money. So beginning to ending in the withdrawal process, you are going to perform certain tasks. So there will be n number of different tasks that you are going to perform. What are the different tasks you provide? You do perform. High level, if you take, you are going to provide the card number and PIN number. Okay, once it is successfully been verified and the amount that you have entered is also there in your bank account, then you will get the transaction being processed and you will get the money dispensed out of the machine. Otherwise, any mismatch is being there, then you will not get the money, but your transaction will be usually completed. So like this, you are going to process some work. So that may be withdrawal transaction, that may be deposit transaction, or that may be anything. Suppose if you are going to, if you wanted to advertise on Facebook, you initialize advertising transaction where you go by choosing what is the age group within which you wanted to circulate your advertisement. That is the first step. What is the content of your web advertisement? First step. Second step, what is the age group? Third step may be what is the geographic location in which you wanted to circulate your advertisement. And after that, payment details. Once payment is done, your advertisement will be active and it will be broadcasted in the respective tools. So this is the transaction model. Even though Facebook is collaboration, there is a business model that is being designed in order to advertise by collecting the money from the people. So this is also a work from beginning to ending that is being performed by the people. I already told Nitin, don't ask me any questions related to which are deviating. I know I have to answer all these questions. I'll be answering. Don't post unnecessary questions in between, please. That may be countable, but not now. Okay, kindly understand and cooperate. And here you go now. See, so like this, any business application that you are going to create, a work process will be there. In technical terminology, you would be calling that work process as transaction. So a transaction is a work that will be performed from beginning to ending in a business application. That may be any business application. It may be loan, or it may be insurance, or it may be bank account opening, or it may be third party transfer of money from one account to another account. It may be withdrawal of money, it may be a deposit of money, it may be credit card issuance, it may be debit card issuance, it may be a purchase. It can be anything which is called as a work. A work will be initiated and work will be processed and work will be completed. So all this is called as transaction. Okay, and now what is meant by multi-step transaction? So your business applications you are going to develop by using BPM, where you are going to design your transaction model, and it will have multiple steps, means step by step. Entire transaction will not be done in a single step. Usually every business transaction that you take, definitely there will be a number of steps that are going to be involved. See, if you want to withdraw money, what are the different steps? First thing, you need to provide the card number, and obviously you'll be providing PIN number. Now system will take care of verifying your card details, card number, PIN number, everything is matching or not. How many steps are being done? 2 steps are being done. And then you are going to enter the amount. In the third step, what is the amount that you want to withdraw? And now system will verify whether the sufficient funds are there in your account or not. And these are again 2 steps. Total 4 steps are being done, and money will be dispensed. 5th step, this is being completed. So like this, there are a number of steps that would be involved. Suppose you take an insurance policy process, otherwise loan processing. First step is collecting the basic details of a customer and also collecting other documentation details. Step 1 is completed, and step 2, the details will get reviewed. The details are going to be reviewed. So the details that you are going to submit will be reviewed by the respective authorities. Whoever is the respective authority person, he is going to review all the details that you have submitted. These details are correct or not. Once the review is been done, it will be sent for maybe additional review or verifications, address verification, or maybe employment verification, salary verification, tax details verification. All this will be verified. Once this step is also completed, everything is fine. Approval. Once approval is also been done, it will be sent for the finance team. They will collect money related to transaction processing, and they will be disbursing the remaining amount to you as a loan amount. All these are different steps involved. So where each step is called as a task. What do you call it? Task. Look at here. The terminology is also most important. Task is a specific step that you perform in overall work. So work is what? Work is entire transaction, entire business transaction. So entire business transaction is work, and transaction is a specific step in the transaction. How many tasks can be there in a transaction? There can be a number of tasks. So each task you consider as you are performing it in one single step. So and 5 tasks are there, 5 steps will be involved in your business transaction. That is what meant by multi-step transaction. So whenever you are going to design a transaction model in your business application, then your transaction is going to have multiple steps involved. But remember one thing, all the steps are connected to each other. If connection is missing, there is no meaning, right? So step 1 is being done, it will be proceeded to step 2. Maybe the details that you have at step 1 will be forwarded to step 2, that will be utilized. And step 2 is being done, the inputs will be given to step 3 and it will be done. So like this, a multi-step transaction is the one where in the transaction model, where it will have multiple steps involved, all the steps are connected to each other. So using BPM, you are going to create applications where in the applications you will be able to design a multi-step transaction model for the business process that you wanted to achieve. Everyone clear so far? I'm going to unmute. You have any questions related? You have any questions related? Clear? Everyone, you can respond on the charting window. Super clear. So, yes, please. Come again. Okay, clear, right? Okay, thank you. You can respond even on the charting window, please. And if you don't have both of this facility, no problem. You wait and you can rewatch this video once again. I'll be sharing and you can call me and ask me any questions. Let me take a minute break and see all of you after this demo is being finished today or maybe tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow, anytime you note down my personal number. Okay. This is my personal number. See, note down with the name Harsha. And you should have a communication number, which is our office number 9652532753. If any one of you here, if you have got this meeting link forwarded by your friends without any direct communication from this number, I request you save this number in your phone right away, Harsha Trainings, and leave a message on the WhatsApp on the same number mentioning your name, attended Pega Demo, please share full details. This one, and this number you will save with the name Harsha, and you would be calling me. You would be making a phone call to me, maybe morning time, maybe during the daytime of India or evening between 11 a.m. IST to 8:30 p.m. IST. Other country people you can utilize this 8:30 p.m., 7 p.m., 6 p.m. like that, and you can call me. You can ask me any questions related to your career guidance further, whether the tool is suitable for you. Like this, all your queries will be sorted out by a phone call that you can make later point in time. So, but as of now, you save both of these numbers, Harsha Trainings and Harsha. Always you communicate on this number, details related to training, and any personal questions, personal career guidance, reach out to me on my phone. If I do not pick a call, you please leave a WhatsApp message. I'll call you back. And now coming back to this one, you are going to use BPM to develop business process management applications where you are going to design your transactions, which will have multiple steps. And now what is meant by which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of the business transaction that you are designing. See, let's take a project. Suppose if you are going to develop a project, now you need to imagine yourself as a developer. You are a developer, you are going to work on a project. Imagine you are a development client, TCS. You are TCS and you would be getting a project from JP Morgan. See, what is the kickoff? What is the first phase of project development? The first phase will be requirements. First phase will be requirements. Once you are going to get the requirements from the client and you would be going through the requirements and you see that, okay, we would be able to do it, analyze it, and then you are going to work on your development, testing, and then it will be forwarded to live environment. So after your development is done, there are different phases in the testing. I'm not going to tell in detail, high level. So it will be there live. Live means Amazon application that we are accessing, right? That is a live application. The development of the Amazon application will be developed by developers on a different server. Okay. So this is what about application development phases, requirement, and then you are going to work on design and development, and there will be testing, there will be reviews and testing and everything, and finally you are going to move the code. I mean, from one server to another server, application will be available live to you. And once the application is live, let's say for example 3 months business is done. Mine is a banking application, right? 3 months business is done. After 3 months, bank is asking you, giving you one requirement saying that, see, we wanted to know about all the business transactions, okay, all the transactions which are of type deposit for the amount greater than $10,000. Okay, $1 lakh means $100,000. See how many transactions are being done for an amount greater than $100,000 where the transaction is being done successfully or where the transaction is being done failure for some reason. See, this type of requirements, if they are asking, this feature is called as reporting. You need to use some different tools in order to perform this reporting feature implemented. So because using this reporting, they are going to do business analysis and accordingly they are going to streamline their business in order to make the improvements. So if your application is a development done by using Java, for reporting you may have to use some third-party tools, Cognos, Crystal Reports, or ClickView, Tableau, or maybe Power BI. Like this, different third-party tools you need to purchase and integrate with your database and work on it. If your application is a .NET application, maybe Microsoft Business Intelligence, again a separate product provided by same Microsoft, purchase and integrate with your respective business database and do reporting part. So all this you have to do by purchasing third-party tools. But when you come to Pega, Pega provides end-to-end solutions. I mean, like BPM provides end-to-end visibility and control over everything that you do in your business transaction. See, Pega is going to BPM is going to provide you an environment where you can perform the tasks of your application development, starting from requirement phase, gathering the requirements, design, development, deployments. Even if I have to tell you little more, even versioning also you can do on the same environment. As of now, technically you do not know what is versioning if you do not have any IT experience, but in future you'll be learning about all of these things. And moreover, apart from versioning, so let me tell you, even you can do reporting feature also. Means entire development is done, business is running in the live, and for the live business data you can generate the reports by using the reporting feature. So BPM environment is a full-fledged development environment where you are going to do the things from starting from requirement phase 2 till complete development, testing, reporting, everything you will be able to do by using single environment. So that is how BPM has the ability to give you full-fledged solutions for your business application development. So by providing all these facilities, BPM is going to give you an environment for application development where you can design your transaction model to have multiple steps like a flow chart you will be designing, and also the environment is going to give you a facility of doing everything from requirement phase to complete reporting phase. By providing all these aspects, this particular tool is going to manage the way that your business have to be processed. So that is what meant by business process management. So BPM is going to provide you an environment where you can do the things of application development starting from requirement phase to complete development and reporting phase. By providing all these facilities, by providing an environment which has all these facilities, it is going to manage the way that your business have to be processed. Everyone clear so far? Understand clearly? I have unmuted you. You can respond. Our chatting window you can use. Are you clear about what is BPM?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll proceed forward now. See, I told you BPM is used to develop business applications, correct? See, there are so many things like Java is there, .NET is there, combination of UI, business logic and database technologies you can use to develop business applications. See, compared to traditional application development, what is there additional in BPM? Okay, so there are so many advantages. We are not going to talk about advantages and all. What is additional component available in BPM? At the high level, cream level, I am not going to go in depth. Okay, now here you see, in the traditional application development of any technology you take, including object-oriented programming, we have user interface layer and we have business logic layer, we have database layer. That means, suppose if you go here, let me take you through this. Here you go, google.com, Facebook registration. Okay, Facebook registration page, sign up, account sign up page. This is account sign up page. This is called UI. See, user interface will be there for a web application always. There's a web bar desktop. For a business application, usually it is possible that UI will be there. See, once I enter the information in this form and click on sign up, all this entire data will be taken by business logic and it will be stored into a backend table called database, backend repository called database. See, typically every business application development that you're going to do by using any technology is going to have 3 layers: user interface, and behind the scenes you have business logic as well as a storage place. I'll show you. This is called database. I think I did not connect to it. Just give me a minute, please. If it gets loaded, that's okay. Otherwise, I can show you by just Google itself. Okay, that is a store. Maybe I did not connect to the server. I'm sorry. I'm trying it without connecting to the server. Leave it. So now there will be a storage space. There will be tables. Okay. I'll go to images. Okay. And here you go. See, this is a table which stores the information. This is permanent storage. For any web technology, this concept is same. So you have three layers where user interface and business logic and database layer where data gets stored. See, using BPM, if you are going to develop business applications, in BPM also you have the same things. That is, you have user interface, you have business logic, as well as you have database. Apart from these three, in order to design a transaction model using BPM, you will be provided with a workflow architecture. You can say flow diagram, or you can say flow, or you can say process. Let me give the different terminology. A flow chart, or you say simply flow, or you say workflow, or you say process, or you say transaction. All this different terminology meaningfully same. So your transaction model, you are going to design like a flow model. Okay, whenever you are going to work on BPM for your application development, where you are going to design your transaction model like a flow chart. A flow chart is easy to understand, easy to even design and develop. Okay, so this flowchart model is not there in other technologies. So BPM has UI logic database, other technologies have UI logic database, but additionally in a BPM you have something called process. Process means flow diagram. For your business transaction model, you design it like a flowchart. Make sense, everyone? Clear? I just told you at a high level. Okay, make sense? Clear with this?
Yes, Harsha.
I'll cross check with you all for every slide, okay, and for every concept. Next, okay, you are going to use BPM tool for application development, where you design your transaction model like a flow diagram, where it will have multiple steps, and BPM provides an environment to do everything from requirement phase to complete development plus reporting phase, everything. And compared to traditional application development, BPM has an additional component of process. And now, what is meant by process? That is the question. So what is meant by process? I already told you, process is equal to transaction, means the work that you perform step by step, all that steps together is entire work that is called as a transaction. So a process is a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. So a process is a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. I will tell you an example. See, I have applied for a loan. There are two different situations. So in one situation, I had met the criteria, whatever that is been meant for providing a loan. So everything is fine. Manager has approved. So manager has approved and I got the loan amount. I say that my transaction is being completed. Okay. Now let's take second case. Let's consider the second situation where I did not meet the criteria in order to get the loan. Okay. So what happened after it is processed for some time, then manager has rejected it. So in case when manager rejects it, so what do I say? The transaction is completed or not completed? Transaction is completed. Still in this case also, transaction is completed. Your transaction is completed, either manager accept or reject. Okay, but in first scenario it is completed, approved. In the second scenario it is completed, rejected. Your file is completed, but what has happened finally? Rejected. So it may have n number of different directions. Sometimes I have applied for a loan. It went up to all the levels. Business people have called me and said that the processing fees for your loan is 4%, which I am feeling it is higher. So I said them, no, I don't want to proceed forward. You cancel it, which means that I am going to withdraw my application by myself. In this case, I have withdrawn. In this case, we say that transaction is completed, but completed, withdrawn, completed, withdrawn by me, completed, accepted, completed, rejected, completed, withdrawn. So your transaction can be completed either of the ways. So this is what meant by a process. Process is the unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. So in a BPM, you have process model and it provides an environment to do everything like in the business development and business processing also. Okay, BPM is used for application development. That's what I told. See, if you want to develop applications by using any technology, we need some editor. Editor means integrated development environment. Suppose I wanted to write C language coding. I need either Notepad++ editor or I need Turbo C editor. If I want to develop applications using Java, I need Eclipse environment or any other equivalent integrated environments. If I want to develop applications using C# ASP like that, then I need Microsoft Visual Studio environment. See, for any technology, if you want to develop business applications, definitely you need an environment. Definitely you need an environment. See, in BPM also, if you want to develop BPM applications by using BPM tool, BPM provides an environment. That environment is called as BPM tool, BPM suite. What do you call it? BPM suite. See, simply to understand, BPM suite is a product. What is it meant for? It is meant for developing business applications. It is also one software product which is meant for developing your business applications. Everyone clear? Make sense so far?
Yes, Harsha.
Yes, sir. Okay, so this is about BPM suite. See, it is not only an environment or it is not only a product which is used for application development. Look at here. So BPM is a software system that allows for the direct execution of the business process. See, BPM suite also allows you business process execution by considering some built-in business rules. BPM suite you will be using in order to develop business applications, not only developing applications. The applications that you have developed, your transactions also gets processed on the same environment. So development environment itself is a processing environment. You develop, your application is done, your application is deployed, the same application people will be using, same environment people will be using in order to make the business transactions by considering some built-in business rules. This is the point to understand. Okay, BPM is used for business application development. It provides you a transaction model of designing your transaction like a flow diagram, and it facilitates you everything, doing the things from requirement phase to reporting phase, everything you can do in between. And also the business processing will be done on the same environment, and it will be done by considering some built-in business rules. So what is meant by a business rule? That is what we need to understand. So far I explained about so many things, out of which business rule is a key point to understand. But business rule, I am not going to explain you technically. Technically, you will not be able to understand clearly at this moment of time unless you have little bit of hands-on. But I'll tell you in detail functionally in the real world. So business rule, let me tell you an example. For example, I'm driving by a car on a road. Okay, so I have seen a red signal. Once I see the red signal, I am going to stop there. I'm going to stop before zebra crossing. I stopped there. See, now what is this red signal? See, the red signal that I am seeing is a traffic rule. That is a traffic rule. Where am I now? I am in a traffic system. I am in a system where traffic is being controlled. How the system is controlled? How the components that are executing in the system? I am a component being executed in the system. That is a traffic system. Okay, I'm there in the traffic system. How it is being controlled? It is being controlled by a rule, right? So rules will be controlling the behavior of a system. Okay, everything that is happening in a system, all this will be controlled by what? Rule. Traffic rules are going to control the behavior of the people who are there in the system. Okay, the same is applicable even in the technology. Okay, so business rule is something which is applied on a business management system, which is going to control the behavior of the system, how the system should behave. I'll tell you another example. See, let's consider the financial transaction business process for credit cards. So think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of the system. Means business rule is there in a system, it is going to control the behavior of the system. That is what I told you. And consider the financial transaction business process for credit cards. A simple business rule may be the total amount can due by a customer should not exceed customer's credit limit. The total amount that customer is going to do should not exceed customer's credit limit. So I'll tell you an example. I have a credit card. I went to a purchase center. I have purchased for 5 lakh rupees. My credit card limit is only 3 lakhs. Okay. And now I am trying to pay 5 lakh rupees of bill by using my credit card, which has a limit of 3 lakh rupees. Then what will happen? Transaction is declined, limit exceeded, or insufficient funds, like this. Now the credit system is being influenced. The behavior of the credit system, how it should behave, is being influenced by a rule here. What is that rule? Credit limit. Credit limit is the rule that is been influencing the behavior of the credit system. See, some other person has come. Some other person limit is 5 lakhs. He purchased for 5 lakhs, he paid 5 lakhs. Same type of card, but limit is different. Same system. The same system allowed the other person, but did not allow me. What is the reason? Its behavior dependent on the business rule, credit limit. Everyone clear? You understand what is the business rule functional point of view, high level? Is it clear? Yes. You can unmute and respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You can even respond on the chatting window if you are not able to unmute. And now look at here. See, so far in BPM is an application development environment. BPM is going to have a component called process or flowchart. You use BPM for application development as well as processing. There is an environment provided by BPM called BPMs. The environment you use for application development, we call it as BPM suite. The behavior of the BPM suite depends on business rules. Okay. See, I told you business rules. Business rules influence the behavior of the system, correct? I told you an example of credit card limit. Now, is the credit card limit written on my credit card anywhere? Anywhere on my credit card, the limit is being written? No, right? Is the limit available with the credit system purchase center? Purchase center, is the limit will be known to purchase center people? No. Then where is the limit? How the system knows about my credit card limit when I swipe it? How does the system knows? Where is this limit residing? That's the question. Where does this limit is going to reside? Just think of it and respond. It's a general knowledge question. Who knows the limit of my credit card except me? I know it by the information, but exactly the limit should be residing somewhere, right? It should be stored somewhere, right? Where does the limit get stored? Where does the limit get stored? It gets stored in the banking system. Whoever has provided me credit, whoever has provided me credit card, they will maintain some system. There will be a storage place. In that storage place, all the people credit card numbers, credit card details, credit card PIN number, total amount of limit, what is the available limit, like this, what is the due amount, all this information will be there with them, right? So like this, there will be n number of business rules. All the business rules that are flowing in the system will be stored in a database. It will be stored in a database. What do you call that database? We call the database as business rules database. What do you call the database? We call the database as business rules database. So business rules database stores the business rules into it. All the rules will get stored into business rules database. So now business rules are stored in database. See, something is stored at some place. How are you? See, I'll tell you an example. See, water is there. Water is there in a well. Okay, inside the ground, it is, you have a well. Water is there inside the well. I wanted to get the water out of the well. What should I do now? Today, what are we doing? We have a motor engine. You have an engine, right? Motor engine. You are going to connect motor engine with the well, and you turn on the motor engine. Engine has the capability, it drives the water from well to the required place. I wanted to use it for my cultivation. So the engine is going to drive the water from well to the required place, whatever that, wherever I want, correct? The concept of technology is also same. There is no difference. Okay, what you do in reality, the same will be done in technology also. Now, business rules are stored in a database. What are we calling that? Business rules database. Application is available here. Application is the target place. Application is the target place. Source place of rules is something else, that is called database storage. Now I want these rules to be driven from database to application. That is the need, right? So business rules are stored in a database. You can easily understand it by an example. I have 2 acres of land, so I want water for this. Water is there in a well somewhere else. Now I wanted to drive that water from the well to my cultivation place, right? So what should I do now? In between, I have to put something called engine. One engine, I am going to motor engine. That motor engine will be connected there, connected here, both places. Engine will drive water from the source place to required target place. Same thing. Rules are there in a database, and rules have to be driven from the database to the target place of application. So that can be done by a software program. That can be done by a software program called as business rules engine. It is called as what? Business rules engine. So business rules engine, here when I say engine, it is not hardware. It is a software program. We call it as business rules engine. So all the business rules that we need in the BPM system are being stored in a database called business rules database. Business rules will be driven from business rules database to till BPM suite environment, application environment, by a software program called as business rules engine. Make sense, everyone? Clear? Let's look at the diagram. Let me maximize this. See here, this is application and this is business rules database. Business rules are stored in a database. Application is going to communicate with the database by means of a software program called business rules engine. Business rules engine acts as an interface between the respective BPM application and business rules database. It drives business rules from business rules database to till application. You don't need to technically go for imagination. You imagine just a simple real life example that we see in our day-to-day life. Okay, we have a bore in our house and we wanted to drive the water from bore to the tank, water tank, to get it into taps. What are we doing? Simple thing. In between, we are placing something called a motor engine. That's it. Everyone clear with the example? All of you online, you should unmute and respond all the time. That will be good. Or at least you can use the chatting facility. Those who are connecting from a phone device or tablet might not be getting these options of chatting and all. Okay.
Yes,
So
Harsha,
now
we are
what
clear
are the
about
different
that.
components? Yes, please. Someone was trying to ask a question.
I'm telling
Okay.
it's clear.
It's clear, right? So what are the different components that we had come across in BPM? BPM, different points. Let me summarize. BPM is used for application development. BPM environment is there called as BPM suite, and this BPM suite entirely works based on business rules. Its behavior, everything will be influenced. These business rules are stored into database called business rules database, and in order to drive the business rules from business rules database to till BPM environment, there will be a software program in between called business rules engine. Makes sense? Clear, everyone? Now see, so far whatever we have discussed about BPM for application development and all, it is a methodology. BPM is not a reality. BPM is a methodology. I am designing a methodology. This methodology, if you follow, you will be able to build one application development environment. That environment should have all these components. Okay, BPM is a methodology which talks about application development plus execution environment. The environment features are you have seen so far. That environment should have one graphical user interface for application development and business process execution. The environment should be influenced by business rules. There should be a business rules database. Rules should store in database. There should be a software program called business rules engine to drive the rules from business rules database to application. Anyone who adopt this methodology and design and develop the one software product which is meant for application development and execution of the business transaction, then that environment is said to be a BPM tool. Okay, So now there is a company called Pega Systems. Company name is what? Pega Systems. Pega Systems wanted to build a product. Pega Systems wanted to build a software product. What is this product about? Application development plus business transaction processing. Okay, business transaction processing. Like this, they wanted to design a system, design and develop a system. For this, they can use the traditional approach or they can use BPM approach also, BPM methodology also. They have taken the BPM methodology and they have developed a tool called PRPC. What is the name of the tool? PRPC. Pega Systems is a software company which has developed a business product, a software product, in order to develop business applications and process the business transaction. That product you are calling it as PRPC, stands for Pega Rules Process Commander. So Pega Rules Process Commander is an application development environment which is meant for developing business processing applications, which is built based on BPM methodology. It is not only Pega Systems. There are so many BPM tools available in the market. Like Appian is there, Codis, Blaze, Activity, and even OutSystems. Like this, there are so many BPM tools available in the market. Then why Pega is number one, I'll tell you after some time. But see, all these systems are built based on BPM methodology. Okay, that's why these tools are called as BPM tools. Make sense? Suppose you take Salesforce. See, Salesforce is a CRM tool. CRM is a different methodology. Salesforce is customer relationship management. That's a different model. That's a different methodology. For that, Salesforce is the leader in the market. So Pega also has CRM, but Pega is not up to the mark in the market compared to its competitors like Salesforce and all. Understand everyone clear? So Pega Rules Process Commander is an application development environment. So where it has been built based on BPM methodology. It has been built based on BPM methodology. See, if Pega is being built based on BPM methodology, Pega also should have all of this, right? Pega has its application. Okay, just give me a minute. I will show you practically. Just hold on a minute, please. And practically in the sense, I want to show you the environment. I had shut down the server. Just give me a minute, please. Hold on. Meanwhile, it opens in the background. Okay, so I will be starting. Okay, server will come up. After that, I'll show you PRPC environment. So Pega Rules Process Commander is an application development environment provided by Pega. So if you divide PRPC, okay, if Pega Rules Process Commander is developed by using BPM methodology, it should have all the four components what we have discussed, right? What are the four components that we have discussed? High level process or workflow to design the transaction model, business rules database, business rules engine. All these should also be there in Pega Rules Process Commander environment. All these four are available in Pega Rules Process Commander environment as well, but the naming terminology is different. See, Pega calls these as different terminology, but first one, process or workflow, it is called as same. And business rules, what we are calling in BPM generic terminology, right? Here in Pega we call it as Pega rules. And business rules database, which stores business rules into it, we call in Pega as rule base. Rule base stores Pega rules into it. And business rules engine, which drives business rules from business rules database to till BPM environment. Then the equivalent terminology here in Pega is called process commander. So process commander is an intermediate software program which interacts with rule base to drive rules from rule base to Pega Rules Process Commander application in order to achieve the required goal. Make sense, everyone clear? This must be understandable to everyone. This is the key point. Everyone clear? Every one of you. So now if you divide PRPC into two parts, PR stands for Pega rules. Pega rules stores into rule base. PC stands for process commander. Process commander interacts with rule base to drive in order to drive Pega rules from rule base to its environment. That is the meaning of PRPC. Everyone clear? Make sense? Okay, so now, so what is Pega rules process commander, and more importantly, where does it fit in? So far I told you the same. Pega rules process commander is meant for application development by using BPM methodology. That's what is there. Pega rules process commander is a revolutionary solution for building BPM systems. In order to, so the underlying BPM methodology has been used and developed an environment called Pega rules process commander environment. What is its purpose? To develop business applications for some business. That's it. Pega rules process commander is meant for developing business application, processing your business. For whom you are going to do it? For some businesses. Okay, what is the methodology being used? BPM methodology. That's it. Okay, it implements BPM. It implements business process management systems. Okay, in other words, it is a comprehensive platform for building and deploying the BPM, CRM, decision management, and case management applications. See, your decision management and case management works together with BPM or CRM, and CRM stands for customer relationship management. Pega is not up to the market compared to its competitors in the market, but BPM, in providing BPM solutions, Pega is the leader in today's market. Okay, so from now onwards, I will be taking more 15 minutes. I will be taking more 15 minutes to finish the entire demo. Please stay on with the meeting. Okay, even after 8 o'clock, more 15 minutes we are going to stay back to finish understanding in detail about PRPC architecture also. Okay, so now you know that Pega rules process commander is a BPM tool which is meant for application development. In other words, Pega rules process commander is a process that focuses on automation of the work and powerful automation of the programming. See, what is meant by automation of work? Means there is some work that is being automated. Okay, what is meant by automation of the work? Without any manual interaction. Okay, without any manual interaction, work should be done automatically. See, I used to go to a supermarket. Okay, I go to supermarket, I will take a basket there and I search the products which are there in the racks, take all the some of the products and add into the basket. I go and stand in a billing place, I'll get my billing done, I'll pay the amount and get the receipts. Same I wanted to do by using software application. I can use Amazon application, right? See, there is no need of manual task here. Simply, it can be automatically done. This is just a high level I'm telling you. I'll tell you more in a better way. Okay, I'll tell you another example. See, I wanted to send an email. See, every Saturday morning, we might be receiving one email or SMS from our bank. All the bank customers will receive once in a while a SMS or email from the bank stating that so and so is your bank balance active for an active customer, right? No one will be sending this email manually. See, there will be a software program written. The software program retrieves the details about all the active customers and mail IDs and drafts an email and sends an email. So a task which is being regularly done, okay, need not to be having any manual attention. It can be automated. See, work automation is different, program automation is different. I'll tell you. This is called a work automation. Using Pega rules process command environment, there is a facility. Your tasks can be automated to be done by the system itself without any manual interaction. But this is not a powerful feature of Pega. I'll tell you. There are separate tools available in the market for automation of the work. Those tools you call it as robotic process automation tool. Those are work automation tools. The work that you do can be automatically done by RPA tools, Blue Prism, UiPath, okay, OpenSpan, and Automation Anywhere. Like this, many tools are there. Hundreds of tools are available in the market. Pega also can do that, but not like RPA tools. RPA tools are purely work automation tools. When you are working or learning automation, RPA, you may need coding. But look at here. The powerful feature of Pega is automation of program. The powerful feature of Pega is what? Automation of the program. Means program automation will be done. Manually, I am writing the programming. What is meant by automation of the program, right? Now, I already told you automation of work. Manual task you are doing will be done by system automatically. Manual programming, manually I'll sit and write the program. Now I am saying automation of the program. What does it mean? What does it mean? Without, Kalyan, do you have any question? Without a human being writing the code required for the program, it will be automatically done. Program will get generated automatically. See, Pega rules process commander is an automation tool, but it is not work automation. It is program automation tool. Means the development of your application that you wanted to do, for that the entire coding will be generated automatically. Entire coding will be generated automatically. So that is what meant by automation. This is Pega rules process commander environment. Don't bother about what are the login details I'm using. So ఇది 8.6 మీ application కాదు. Okay, see, if you wanted to develop applications by using Pega, there is no need of coding. Code will get generated in the background automatically. As a developer, you don't even need to look back what is the code generated. That is not your job. See, then how your applications will be developed. Okay, you are saying that coding is not required. When I say coding, it is not only business logic. Let me repeat again. Coding related to user interface, business logic, and database. The coding related to HTML, coding related to business logic, and SQL queries, database coding, all that will get generated automatically. Then how it will be done and how you are going to develop applications using Pega. Automation of the program, meaning that PRPC uses a powerful form-based programming model instead of writing lots and lots of code. What is meant by powerful form-based programming model? Form meaning that FORM. The meaning of form is graphical user interface. Pega as a product, it's a UI based product. See, you are going to develop your business applications by using PRPC environment, where you do use graphical UI. Right click, create. I want to create some UI. Create user interface section. You don't bother about navigations, but anything that I am trying to do here, I am trying to do with graphical user interface, navigations and all, drag and drop like that, without writing HTML code or something, business logic code or anything. This is applicable to all three layers. See here, everything is I am doing it graphical user interface, just simple drag and drop navigations. So like this, I would be performing this, where I am going to do simple drag and drop in order to get the required things to be done. So like this, I am designing some user interface here. Okay, but the same if you want to do, you may have to write ASP coding, JSP coding, HTML coding like that. So Pega eliminates the need of coding for the application development by providing a GUI, form-based programming model. That is the meaning of form-based programming model, where for this the code will get generated in the background. As a developer, while you are working on Pega, you don't even need to look back what is the code generated. There is no way you can correct it and all. Customization is possible, again graphical user interface customization. Okay, so like this, PRPC is a powerful automation tool for application development, where the coding will be generated automatically in the background, where developers can develop the business applications by using form-based programming model. Everyone clear with this point? That is the biggest advantage of Pega for any business is business applications can be developed quickly than writing the code from the scratch. Okay, so far everyone clear? You can unmute and respond. I am going to unmute here, or you can use starting window, possible.
Yes, Harsha, we're clear.
Okay, so this is the reason why Pega is popular, but I have to tell you more detail that will be covered at the time while we are practically learning everything. Now see, okay, Pega is an environment built based on BPM methodology, where you can develop business process management applications and you can process it. The easiest thing by using Pega is your application development is easy, where UI, business logic, database, everything you don't need to code. It will be automatically done in the background, and where you are going to use PRPC as a graphical user interface environment, and you would be creating your application functionalities. And now what is the high level architecture of Pega? I already told you in Pega you have business rules that you call it as Pega rules, and you have rule base. What is rule base? Rule base stores Pega rules, and you have process commander. Process commander drives Pega rules from rule base to Pega rules process commander environment in order to achieve the required business goals. So now in the architecture of Pega, you have rules, rule base, process commander. So in this architecture, I am not going to tell you what is the rule set, node manager, servlet. These three will not be covered because you cannot understand. Later you will understand. At the time of learning, I will tell you. So in the architecture of Pega, you have rules, rule base, and process commander. Apart from this, Java compiler is also there in the Pega architecture. Okay, why Pega architecture Java compiler? See, I told you, right? Everything that gets generated in Pega, the business logic, the tool when they develop for business logic purpose, they have implemented it by using core Java. They have implemented it by using what? Core Java. See, Pega comes up with so many predefined functionalities. You don't bother about what I am trying to navigate, but focus on this. If I want to implement a functionality for sending email notification, I told you an example, right? Every day you are receiving email every week. So email notification, you have to write this code from the scratch. But Pega already written and provided this component. In order to implement email integration functionality in Pega, it will not take more than 5 minutes. Same if you want to do from the scratch, it may even take 1 month because you have to do so many things from the scratch. Whatever that you see here on the screen, for this, the Java coding, if you want to see, you can see like this, but you cannot modify anything. Just for your information, this is how Java code will be generated in the background. So the business logic of this tool is being written by using Java coding. So internally it uses Java compiler, but you don't need to be a Java expert, or you don't need to know about Java and all. See, in the development of PRPC tool, Pega has used 18 different technologies. It is not only HTML, core Java, any database SQL, not only these three. Many people know about only these three. They have used Silverlight. They have used some places C#. They have used what do you call VB, and they have used CSS. Okay, they have used JavaScript internally, but it is not meant for us. Okay, we don't need to bother about all these things. Entire tool is comprises of so many technologies being used at different places. Okay, out of which the three main important things are HTML, core Java, and database related. It can be any database. Okay, now see here, the business logic coding that gets generated is Java coding internally. So it requires a Java compiler. See, if you're working on Pega during 1983, it has started in 83. C language, business logic, they have used C language. During the late 1980s, they have used C++. Starting from 90s, they have redesigned the tool by using core Java. Still it is core Java, and maybe in future they may change it to Python, I am not sure. Okay, but as of now, core Java. In future, I don't know. Okay, that is how Pega tool is getting evaluation is being done. Okay, so like this, PRPC requires Java compiler because the internal coding that gets generated is a Java coding, and it has XML clipboards. It has XML clipboards. What is meant by XML clipboard? Let me tell you. See, the UI form which you see here, at the time of processing by this tool, internally, the tool is going to convert this into XML coding. That is for tool purpose, not for our purpose. Every parameter that is there in this UI form, it will be converted into XML format for the purpose of security during internal processing. So the input that you provide to PRPC system, the output that you get out of PRPC system, everything internally will be converted into XML clipboards for the purpose of security. That's why in the architecture of PRPC you see XML clipboards. Next, see, for every business application we need logins. I want to access business application, Facebook. I need to register and log in, then only I can full-fledged access it. Correct? So the login IDs and all can be created by using PRPC environment itself. No need of third-party tools generally. So PRPC has a provision of creating logins, passwords, everything, storing, everything is there in the same environment. And the last point, in the architecture of Pega, we have a facility of integrating with other applications, meaning that sometimes your business applications may have to interact with other business applications for exchange of information. Bank applications regularly communicate with income tax applications. While processing loans, bank application will communicate with income tax application to get the income tax data, whether the customer has submitted the right data, like this. So application to application communication can be established by using different web service protocols. So Pega supports so many different web service protocols that are available in the market, like HTTP, COM, Cobra, MQ, SOAP, REST, like this. We'll be practically working on these things. And the PRPC, in the architecture of PRPC, it has a support for web service protocols in order to establish communication between two different applications over the web for the exchange of information. So high level in the architecture of Pega rules process commander environment, we have rules, rule base, process commander, Java compiler, XML clipboards, and logins and users, and architecture for supporting web services and its protocols. So Pega rules process commander is called as BPM tool because it is built based on BPM methodology. It has all the components that are being described in BPM methodology, and this is the architecture of Pega. So now all of you who have joined this session from the beginning, you might have a clear idea now about what is BPM and its purpose, what is Pega and its purpose, why we call Pega as a BPM tool, and little bit of idea about architecture of Pega. Everyone clear with this? So far everyone clear? Any questions, any doubts in this? Only the doubts are questions related to the topic that is being done so far. If you don't have any questions, I'll tell you further what we are going to do. See, this demo is being conducted as a pre-demo for the upcoming batch. See, we used to conduct the demos like this. See, if the batch starts after 15 days, at the start date of the batch, we used to conduct a demo, and from there we'll take it forward immediately. See, there we face some people, okay, that they inquire here and they inquire somewhere else. Because they have to wait for 15 days, they feel like it will be, they don't want to wait. Whenever we want something, we want to achieve it quickly. That's the problem with the people. They inquire somewhere else and they'll join, but after 3 months, 4 months, they will come back to us and say that I joined some other place, I did not get good knowledge. When I look at your YouTube channel videos, I realized that I have missed a lot and all. I wanted to rejoin your batch again. So you have lost a lot of time now. Okay, so we do not want people to happen like this. Now you have attended demo, further decision you can take your time. And I will give you some homework also, what to be done. You will be receiving that as a WhatsApp message, further what to be done before we start the training batch. Because if I wanted to open a slot for giving training batch, the present batch that is running in the same slot should be finished. 7 o'clock batch still running. It will get finished in the month of August. Okay, so once that slot is finished, then only I can take it. See, we have batches 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Any batch that starts, it lasts for 3.5 months. We'll be sitting 3.5 months for the reason we wanted to learn it perfectly. See, every month one batch will start. One batch is going to start in a slot. 7 o'clock batch, if I start now, for example, in order to start a new batch in 7 o'clock slot, I have to wait for 3.5 months because I am the only trainer. Okay, you're joining Harsha Trainings because you're getting the training from Harsha. That's the reason you're joining, right? So we cannot hire other trainers as we are getting so many requests and we do not want to spoil our reputation. Okay, and that is the point here. And now you might have so many questions. You might have questions like, what is the future of Pega? How many years I can sustain? It can sustain. And maybe my education background is so and so, whether I'll be able to learn Pega or not. My employment background is non-IT. If I learn Pega, how to proceed to get job on Pega? I have a gap after my education, 5 years, 6 years. So is it okay to learn and proceed forward? I am a housewife. I stopped working some time back. I wanted to re-begin my career. What are the different ways of re-beginning? And I did not work at all. I have 10 years gap. How can I get into IT industry? And I am working in banking industry somewhere where my salary is less. I'm working in civil industry. I mean like construction or some other things where my salary is less. I'm not seeing growth. So if I learn Pega, what would be the growth? See, you might have this type of questions, so many. Okay, certifications, so many questions. I've already drafted these questions. I'll be sharing you one document of FAQ. You can go through it, but it is not that you go through it and be sufficient getting the information from there. You are allowed to call me personally and ask me your doubts and questions between the time 11 a.m. India time to 8:30 p.m. India time. The reason why evening time, people from USA, they cannot call me during 11 a.m. Why 11 a.m.? Till 10 o'clock in the morning, I will be in sessions. Okay, all batches are running. So 11 o'clock, I'll be available. People from USA and other countries, maybe this time is not suitable for you. You cannot wait late night. So you choose evening time. So people from India always consider to call during the daytime, and people from USA time zone who are staying in other countries, accordingly you match your time zone and call me. USA people, you can call me 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8:30 p.m. That will be early morning for you. Okay, like this you can utilize. You have to call me on my number 8882666619, and there you can ask me any questions like this, because you cannot stay back here for 2.5 hours. If I say I would take for 1 more hour, you will feel so much tired and all. You would not be able to do it. So I wanted to clarify all your questions by myself on a phone call. Okay, at the same time I'll be sharing you document as well. And now coming to the people who are unemployed, who do not have any IT experience, who are working in other non-IT fields and all. See, learning only technology will not give you job. Okay, there will be some lag and something missing. Every one of you, if you are working in IT industry or non-IT anything, you should also know about, there are different things like, how do you get the business requirements? What are the tools that we use in real time for getting business requirements? Who is business analyst? Who is manager? What are his roles? What is the role of business analyst? As a developer, what is your role? What are the different teams you communicate with? What is peer review? What is core review? What is deployment? What is staging? What is retrofit? There are so many technical terms related to the industry. Only when you know about these terminology, you will be able to really understand the real world quickly, and you can sustain in the market. For this, I have already made some videos. Okay, there are 33 technical terms like this. I have made around 5 to 6 videos explaining each and everything clearly. Unemployed, non-IT can utilize this. Is the best opportunity. You go to YouTube, anywhere, any channel, you never have anyone explained all this so far. Okay, the only one channel which has is Harsha Trainings. All of you, we would be sharing this demo video also. You go to YouTube and type Harsha Trainings. I will be making what do you call Harsha Trainings with 12.3K subscribers, and go to the channel here, and here you have so many videos. It will be difficult for you to identify all the videos. The videos which I have told just now, 33 technical terms and all, I would be sharing the link of playlist. Before we proceed forward further to our batch, you guys have to go through all this technical terminology. That would help you a lot. Okay, so I know you have to wait for joining a batch here, but still you don't sit idle. Do whatever that we are telling in between. Utilize your time and gain best knowledge before you come down here with respect to other aspects than Pega. And Pega I will be teaching anyhow in the best out of best approach. Okay, everyone clear? So far everyone clear? Okay, if you have any questions, any doubts, you can call me. And let me repeat once again, those people who have connected to the demo session after 10 minutes over or 15 minutes over, you might not be able to understand this demo. You might be missed something. I'll be sharing the video recording of the same what we have done today. And all of you, save this number in your phone. If you have already saved this number in your phone, and if you are receiving WhatsApp messages, ignore. Otherwise, save this number in your phone, and you make sure you leave a WhatsApp message mentioning your name, attended Pega demo today, please share full course details and all. Other resource, everyone else, share this number also with name Harsha, and call me between 11 a.m. IST, 8:30 p.m. IST, and ask me if you have any of your personal questions. If I did not pick your call, post your question on the WhatsApp. I'll go through WhatsApp message and definitely I'll make sure I'll call you back immediately once I see within short span of time. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone is clear about the demo session. Now you have a clear idea of what is Pega and its use. Right? I am going to unmute you and I hope all of you are clear. Thank you very much for joining. Call me for any questions. Leave me a WhatsApp message on my personal number. Only questions related to career guidance. Don't ask me what is the duration of the course content, please send me. All that should go on to 965253 number. Only career guidance related, you have to call me on my number. Thank you very much for every one of you for connecting, even though it is weekend time. I appreciate your time that you have been spending here. Thank you so much. We'll continue. After some time, you'll be further notified on your WhatsApp. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Harsha, for your time.
Thank you, everyone.